Hi, everybody. Welcome back, internet world. It's the Bin and friends. We're Jenna is here with us. What's up, Jenna?
Hi. Oh man, it's finally nice to be here. I'm good.
And it's so quiet now that a certain not on fire Norwegian is not here. I was really expecting fire today.
Not on fire, not covered in carbonated soda.
That was exciting.
And he's like, I'm gonna go take a shower as soon as we fucking cut. He's gonna roll in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was just thinking because when he did the last experiment with the soda blowing up in his face, I was like, I did that as a kid with Mentos.
Yeah, but he's rolling in the snow right now and rubbing his back against like a big tree.
All right then. Well, good.
That's the cleansing world of Jartanrin.
Oh,
Tim, how are you, my man?
I'm doing pretty good.
Happy days. Jenna, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I mean, as per usual, you guys are my lunch break if I'm at work, but I happen to, get today off because, I'm just mourning.
If this is where you work, it looks pretty chill.
Well, thank you. This is my office. Yeah.
Wow.
No, I just took today off because I'm just mourning, our recent loss of dear old Rush Limbaugh. May you rest in peace in heaven.
Bullshit. Sorry, I just sicked up a poo.
I'm sorry. I'm glad you cleared that up.
And they always want to like challenge everyone to come on, guys. What if it was someone on your side? I was like, oh no, fuck that guy. He used to play dingers and bells and whistles when gay people would die from AIDS. Mm-hmm. Fuck him. Mm-hmm. Fucking proper fucking monster. Fuck out of here.
Told a black lady to call back up when she took the bone out of her nose.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, let me just mourn that guy. What a delight he was to have.
Oh,
fuck out of here.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually a good jumping off point, to be fair. Why is it that when someone as despicable and deplorable as him dies, certain broadcasters celebrate his legacy and his contribution to the conversation? They don't get pulled up as well? Because I kicked off Nick Ferrari over here, who is a breakfast show host on LBC. He was like, we've got to pay tribute to Rush Limbaugh. I went, no, you fucking ain't.
You really don't.
He's a cunt.
In all actuality, you could not.
Yeah.
I'll pay tribute to him. Fuck that guy.
And I refuse to be bullied into being nice to monsters. I'm not doing it. Someone else can do it. That's fine, and I won't stop them. Mm-hmm. But no.
The thing is, if you had the same broadcast laws that we have here over there, he wouldn't exist. He would not exist.
Because you have to actually say real things on British shows. Oddly enough.
Shit.
What a unique marketing concept. The truth.
It's funny because thinking about that too, if you like, just as you were saying, Wayne, like thinking of, if it was someone on your side, and in my mind, it instantly made me think about like certain celebrities that have died, but they haven't had absolutely perfect lives. They've done some shit. So I kind of think of it as it's not completely black and white. There's always some gray area, and then maybe they've done more good than they have done bad in their life. Like, for instance, the shit with Kobe Bryant in the past, the shit with Michael Jackson, and various other celebrities that have passed. Like, they weren't all, absolutely perfect people.
Yeah. The thing is, you need to be able to have the fortitude to say, yeah, this person I agreed with at the time, and then stuff comes out later and go, no, actually, fuck that guy, fuck that girl. No, nothing to do with it. If something comes out and you are so blind and so indoctrinated into their message or their persona that you can't not condemn them for stuff, then the problem is with you. Because as far as I'm concerned, if anyone that I hold dear in my opinion, does something egregious, I'm like, no, fuck you. Don't want anything to do with you. Don't
You're
care.
done.
And he's
Yep.
an absolute example of doing something that's really egregious.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
And it's the same shit when, what's his face eventually passes too.
Oh, that
Trump.
what's your fucking name?
My bad.
Jesus Christ.
That's my bad.
Mm.
That's on me.
And this is the thing, that the way the media has groomed and gaslit the general populace of Western democracies, it's become religious. It's become so kind of like, you can't say anything about this person because they are my deity. And I find that really, really troubling, because how do you argue with someone who doesn't believe that their person is, well, someone who believes their person is without fault?
That's a good question. I don't know. It's hard.
You don't.
It's hard. Like, if you could try, and there are certain people I know that, really put like their foot forward, or, just take one for the team and really try. But, I have my certain triggers on certain topics like abortion. That's just something, especially since being on the Discord, that's just something I just stay away from altogether now, because, you just have a group of men discussing what a woman should do, and I'm like,
yeah, no, I don't know your position on abortion, so.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm for abortion, but I am pro-choice.
Okay.
Like, yay,
I just didn't know your position,
sorry.
so
I know. I just randomly said abortion. That's cool.
I'm like, oh shit, where am I going with this? Yeah.
Sorry, I just need you to explain one thing for me, Jenna, because I think it's lost in translation. Difference between pro-choice and for abortion.
Pro-life. Oh, the difference. Yeah. I mean, there's
that distinction.
I mean, I guess when I say that, it's really maybe there's slight semantics, but there's no real difference. It's just saying it in a better way, I guess you could say, where, you're saying, oh, I'm for abortions, and everyone's like, what? Who are you?
Yeah, I think it's in a different context over there, because it is so oh Jesus.
Oh, Tim, the devil.
I think the thing is, because it is such a loaded question in that backwater place we invented a few 100 years ago.
Shut up.
Kick your ass.
You want to make something? You want to make something of it? Something of it.
We just went like this. All right, have it. Go on, have it.
No. A bunch of farmers kicked your ass.
No, we just jogged it on and went to India.
Oh,
that's better.
It's like, we gave up. Let's go to India.
So,
speaking of Tim's and tons of mice, was
tons of mice.
Yes, you are. Stop it. Stop saying that. You are. And Jenna, you were in the chat yesterday on DOA. Wayne, I'll have you read this. This will be fun. Let me pull this up on screen.
Okay, this sounds like a trap already.
You're gonna love this.
Right, I'm gonna have to full screen this because I can't see that.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen this. It's awful.
Right, Tim Boyd.
How about give us an accent? Give us a fun accent too. We'll add an extra degree of difficulty.
Where is Tim Boyd from?
He's from Texas.
Give us that good old Texas accent.
Let me hurt the feelings while I have a minute.
All right, never mind.
I ain't doing that. Yeah.
That's more cartoon.
So no one owes you or your family anything, nor is it the local government's responsibility to support you during trying times like this. Sink or swim, it's your choice. The city and county, along with power providers or any other services, owes you nothing. I'm sick and tired of people looking for a damn handout. If you don't have electricity, you step up and come up with a game plan to keep your family warm and safe.
It's so bad.
Wow.
If you
Keep
have
going.
no water, deal without. Think outside the box. It says deal without. Am I reading that right? It says deal without.
Yeah.
Deal without and think outside the box to survive and supply water to your family. If you're sitting at home in the cold because you have no power and are sitting there waiting for someone to come rescue you because you're lazy, you're
Yes, you.
Mm-hmm.
you're lazy. Your lazy is direct result of your raising. Only the strong will survive, and the weak will perish.
That's how they live in Texas, man. Survival of the fittest.
That's my favorite quote right there.
And the weak will turn into a church.
Folks, God has given us.
That's a different God. He's not the Abrahamic God.
To
That's
support ourselves in times like this. This is sadly a product of a socialist government. Okay. Where they feed people to believe that the few will work and the others will become dependent for handouts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're almost done.
The few will work and become dependent for handouts. Wow, this is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Am I sorry that you have been dealing without electricity and water? Yes, apostrophe. Okay. But I'll be damned if I'm going to provide for anyone that is capable of doing it themselves. Wow. We have lost sight of those in need and those that take advantage of the system and mesh them into one group.
That's profound.
That is Socratic.
Come on, finish it up. Come on.
Bottom line, quit crying and looking for a handout. Get off your ass, in English, arse, and take care of your own family. Bottom line, don't a part of problem be a part of the solution.
Yay, grammar.
Wow.
There you go.
You know what? Fuck you. Give me my $1,400.
If I wrote that in Norwegian, it would make more sense to you.
Yeah. But the thing is, someone said to me the other day, I've got a friend who's Norwegian. They sound Scottish. I went, yeah, I've got a friend who's Norwegian. He sounds Scottish too.
Funny how that works.
I think it's how we pronounce and how the melody of our voice goes that makes it sound a bit Scottish.
It's the word you.
Yeah.
Right. So if you were to say fuck you, you'd be like, fuck you. Scottish people would be like, see you, fuck you.
So Tim, I need you to answer for your fellow Tim. You Tims are out of control right now.
That guy's a dick.
You think?
Go on.
I would like it in the record that then I believe he quit his job before he put that out, and then he put that out.
Nope.
Oh, he quit it afterwards?
So who is this?
The mayor of Colorado City, Texas, says he has resigned amid a controversy over a Facebook post in which he said it's not the local government's responsibility to support residents in the wake of catastrophic weather and the power outages this week.
Either way,
live Googling, fact checking.
Either way, he resigned in disgrace, and he has disgraced all Tims.
Wow.
It'll take the Tims 1,000 generations to live down this shame.
We have more honor than that.
You're coming off a bit low.
Where's your headphones?
My headphones are right here.
No.
Your mic.
douchebag McGillicuddy up there. Shartan, where's your headphones?
You've
been saying everyone is low today, but I also noticed you're not wearing headphones. Could be part of the problem.
But I can hear everybody else fine.
How about this?
Oh, that's all right then. Fuck everyone else. Prick.
Is this fine?
Look at him.
You sound
white
fine.
Supremacist.
His shit is different, and then he's thinking that everyone else is. No, he's fine.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, Tim's have more honor than that.
And we talked about this on DOA yesterday. It's like, bro, I paid my fucking bill, so how is it me being lazy? Like, I paid for water. I'm gonna need that.
He's the mayor of he was the mayor of a town. How do you become a mayor of the town and then say to your town, "Hey guys, you're on your own. Go fuck yourselves."
Right. So is this is the fella from Texas?
Yeah.
So by my understanding, my outside understanding is Texas is outside of the federal grid. Is that correct?
Yes, they have their own power grid that is not regulated by the federal government.
Stupidly.
Yeah. So they claim that, well, the people on the right are claiming that wind turbines failed and solar panels failed in snow and ice on their independent grid.
So they claim that, and they're in part correct, but the solar and wind energy only need 11% of their power.
Yeah. And also they didn't, because they're independent, they don't have the same federal regulations about wind turbine upkeep and solar panel upkeep. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
So basically they shat the bed and blamed everyone else for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
They fucked up their own shit, and they have no ways of fixing their own shit. Or they just want to.
America.
I don't know.
And this is true too. Thanks, Dutch. Hypocrites blaming Green New Deal. Like they're saying, like, see, I told you all this green energy was a bunch of horse shit.
Yeah, if that IOC and that Bernie Sanders, they're fucking crazy.
I even heard one person idiotically saying, well, what's powering the houses now? That's right, it's diesel generators. I'm like, it's a fucking emergency fucking generator, you asshole. No one's fucking powering their house on fucking diesel, big idiot.
The thing that made me saddest the most was the fact that a mother and daughter took shelter in their own garage, not garage. Because we're not French.
Garage. Speaking with
it's a garage. It's a fucking garage.
What's a garage?
It's a garage.
A carriage?
Uh-huh.
Oh, garage.
It's not a carriage. It's a garage.
It's a garage.
Okay. So what do you call
a garage?
No.
The carport.
Let's get this right. Let's get this right. So if you have a carriage, what is it? Is it a carriage or is it a garage?
It's a garage.
It's a garage.
No, it's not. It's a carriage, and a garage is a garage. So why'd you fucking X in? Stop your bullshit. Right. Anyway,
they're totally spelled the same. They're totally spelled the same, Tim. How dare you say that? He would know. He invented the language that he can't fucking speak.
So, anyway. So this poor mother and daughter took shelter in their own garage in their car. They turned the car on to get the heater on, but because the garage door was shut, they died of carbon monoxide poisoning. That's how fucking simple Americans are.
Weird flex, but okay.
Darwinism, dude.
No. It's just, how would you not know to open your garage door?
They don't have winter there, Wayne.
Yeah, they don't. It's not a place where it's usually 5 degrees.
They've never had to warm their car up in their entire lives. They don't know.
In that case,
know.
No. In that case, blame God.
No. But it's like
AOC
brought the snowstorm.
Yeah,
damn Green Deal.
She was sitting there with like a harpsichord. Look at me, just bringing the snow.
Here you go, Wayne, for you.
Yeah, I would. College.
So that's
college. We call it college.
College there, it's university, right? Isn't everything just university?
No,
uni.
We go school, college, uni.
Yeah, but what do you call like a group of pictures?
That's a collage.
Oh.
But they're not spelled the same.
Yeah, neither is fucking carriage and garage.
Look, we invented the rules. We make the rules, okay?
And then we break them when we see fit, and then we say, you know what? Now the rule's this.
How does the bottom of your shoe taste? Because you just put the whole foot of yourself in your mouth, you absolute felon.
What you mean, my soul?
Got soul.
Look,
I can spell soul two ways. I can spell it SOUL or SOLE.
Yeah.
how do you spell color?
With a U.
Oh, here
Yeah,
we
that's
go.
wrong.
No.
That's wrong.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
We started it. You can't just change it and say, "Oh yeah, we're all right."
There's more of us than you, Wayne. We decide now. Might makes right, and you take that fucking you and shove it up your Rudy
No, Mikey,
candy ass.
Mikey, quality over quantity, dude. 75 million people of your countrymen voted for Trump. Like, don't flex that. That just don't.
Do you know what? That's a mic drop. Oh,
thank you for dropping some sort of porpoise. Like
how you use that.
It's Dunny.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. I don't have children. I don't know what that is. What is that?
It's Dunny. He's a toy from
that
Gran Canaria. You know, when we visited Europe.
I did a thing.
Thank you. Thanks.
Wow.
Thanks. I thought fucking his snowmobile had resurrected itself and flew through my fucking back door. Heard you talking shit.
Why did you give him control of the soundboard?
Oh, for
Christ.
The
timing is awful.
I know.
That's the worst part of it. It's not that he keeps doing it, but it's always like half a step behind. And that's what makes it that much worse.
He's so bad. So bad.
I would need to have, like these big buttons that I can hit because, I have to. Oh, what key was that?
And label it.
Just get a fucking PC and be done with it, man. Get a PC like the rest of us adults. Then you can use your MIDI keyboard as your fucking what's it called?
Oh, look at him. Oh, look at my tech. Look at my tech. I've got a camera. Mikey's now getting a chubby. He's going to get something. He's going to get something. He's plugging something in.
No, I'm not. No. No, but you can use your MIDI and then you can have all your sound effects be these. Oh, do you have pads on yours?
Yep.
Oh. Well, then you can just have your middle C be your stupid fucking thing. Well, you know what's going to happen. He's going to fucking act like he's goddamn Beethoven over there. He's going to be just pushing all the fucking buttons. So we're going to get 3,000 sound effects instead of one.
Yeah.
Brenna, if you're listening somewhere, please edit that out of the show, out of the live stream, so that he doesn't hear that, because that would just be worse.
Hi, Brenna. I like Brenna. Oh, jeez.
So we actually get onto a subject, and
I got another link for you. Hold on.
Oh Jesus!
No, I just have to say one thing. Have you noticed every one of these fucking jackasses who says, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and they're a politician, never did an honest day's work in their fucking
Yeah.
It's the same thing over here. I was listening to this podcast, right, and it's two guys, and they're sitting there and they're talking, and because everything's open here, you can see everybody's tax returns, and they were talking about how immigrants were parasites on taxpayers because we have a very socialized system and all that, right? And I was like, yeah, dude, like, you guys are like in your late 20s, early 30s. I wonder how your tax returns look. So I called the local tax office. I got their tax returns, and hey, and fucking behold, Like, they don't make any money. They're unemployed. They haven't worked a day in their life. All they do is sit around and moan in their mom's basement. And now they're like right wingers, and they make a lot of money through Patreon and all of that, but they never fucking actually worked, right?
That's like Mike Rowe, who did that Dirty Job show, and he was a fucking actor, and then he became this right wing talking piece, and all he does is shit on people and say, "Oh, college is stupid. No one should be going to college." He went to fucking college for fucking literature, no less. Yes. And now he's out there talking about how everyone needs these real jobs.
Why is it these people that we're talking about use their anecdotal evidence as to their success? Wait. But their success normally comes from.
Okay, you gotta cut the shit. Okay, it's too fucking loud. Jesus.
But their anecdotal success has become from what has been bequeathed to them from what has come before, generationally. Yeah. In the sense of, how did you get this platform? Oh, you got that platform from your dad, or another family member, or some other success that has already been pre-established. You didn't actually get there. Case in point, someone like Steven Crowder, who I fucking hate. Like, properly, like,
he's our guest next week.
I'll punch him square in the throat.
Metaphorically, because violence on the internet, saying shit like that is a good way to get your channel banned.
Nope. Straight up. Punch him in the throat.
God damn it.
God damn it, Wayne. I will grab you by the scruff of your fucking neck. You stop threatening people on the internet. Do it on your own channel.
Bring back.
What's he going to do? Is all the way
metaphorically.
Metaphorically. Yes.
And here is my metaphor.
Allegedly,
and all of that other stuff.
Okay.
But if I could, but what I was trying to say is that Marcus and this guy Malcolm, right, who has this podcast, they've been living on taxpayer dimes, and they have the nerve to go out and call immigrants who have to live on taxpayer dimes to, get an education, learn the language, and actually, get a job.
Right.
They're parasites. But these guys, these privileged fucking douchebags who lived here for their entire fucking life on taxpayer, their school is paid by a taxpayer, everything is paid by a taxpayer, and for the 12 years they've been adults by the law has been paid by the fucking taxpayer, but they're parasites. What? Yeah, because they got
white privilege handout.
No, but one of them is an adoptee, and he's Middle Eastern or something. And all of a sudden, he's the right-wingerish alibi. Mm-hmm. Because if
it's like the Proud Boys put that black guy up front.
Yeah, right. If he says it, of course it has to be true, right?
I found one that agrees with me.
Yeah.
Huzzah.
I don't know what Wayne's doing and how he unplugged his mic, but he
muted himself.
Oh, okay.
I think he was getting all nice and deep, like getting all right into that microphone, and he pushed the button.
No, now you have to unmute in the software. Yeah, you have to unmute.
Push the button, mate. There you go.
There you go.
All right, Wayne.
This is why Wayne can't have nice stuff. Send that microphone back right the fuck now.
Just so you can coat it in fucking Coca-Cola. Send it to me. So this just in.
What I was saying is, we have to hold everyone to account when they say bad shit. So when it comes to left wing and right wing people, we need to hold the same. You do the same, Jartan, to Hassan Piker.
That is true.
Indeed.
That is true.
Sorry?
You're giving me anxiety. Put the cat down. He said you do the same thing he does with Crowder about Hassan Piker, your boyfriend.
I'm not saying that anymore. And if you want to know why, you have to go to patreon.com/TheBinPodcast, because there's a Patreon exclusive there that explains why I don't say fuck Hassan Piker anymore.
But also, this just in, free sanitary products for all New Zealand schools to beat period poverty. Thanks, New Zealand.
Yeah,
And what was it? I think it was Ireland that did it across the board. Like all pads are free.
that's fucking
Mhm.
fantastic.
Pads and tampons
Thank
and all
you.
that. That's dope. Because that's one of the things, like, as a guy, you never really think about. Like, I've never had to. What the hell? I've never had to. I don't know if that was a smoke detector or the dog. Zero, come here. One thing as a guy that you never, ever, ever have to conceptualize. I have been sent to the store, but I also got like beer and chips and everything else. It wasn't a big deal.
I relate to there was a scene in Friends where I think it was Joey saying I could never be a girl because I'd be pregnant all the time.
No, that was Richard Hammond when he realized that he forgot to take his malaria pill on his third day in Africa.
Oh yeah.
And he said, like, if I was a woman, I would be pregnant
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, I'll be terrible.
No, it's
It's
the same
tough.
with me. But this is one of
It
the
is.
things where it's so clear that the rules are written by men. Because if
Yep.
men menstruated,
100%.
it would have been free 100
Yep.
years ago, 200 years
100%.
ago.
100%.
Yes, because the rules are written by men, and this is not a man
Mhm.
problem. Then it's like, no, nope, you'll have to pay for it.
Well, let's face it, right? Look at us, right? We've all got, apart from Jenna, we've all got faces like dropped pies. Okay, right? We could wake up in the morning and just put
Wait,
on our.
what? I don't look like a drop pie. Fuck you. Speak for yourself.
Mikey, take a tougher look, right? But the pressure from the misogynistic male perspective means that Jenna has to put a face on, whereas we could just roll out of bed, just like chuck on a hoodie and walk out. Yeah, it's a drop pie. Actually, that looks like someone did a wheel spin in a lasagna.
Dude, I don't wake up like this.
Mm.
Do some work.
I actually do this on purpose for some reason.
I love how he just did that transition to the other secondary camera. Get out of here.
But Jenna, would you agree if
Hmm.
blokes like had to make an effort, it'd be a different story?
I mean, I see that, men, just like women, have their different ways of grooming and fixing themselves up, whether it just be just rolling out of bed and they just look instantly fantastic, or they fix and groom their beard a certain way, or they wear their hair a certain way, or they grow out their beard because it hides certain features that they think with a beard or not will, enhance their look. It's no different. But
No,
it's just,
but what I'm
oh,
saying is, if you was just wake up and you'd be like, oh, I need to go to the shop, you'd feel a pressure to put a face on.
Yeah.
Whereas we was like, oh, fuck it.
yeah. I mean, it especially in like a Korean culture with men, they have no qualms with wearing makeup. Like the overdoneness of how it's done, even to the point where it's like shaping their cheekbones and their nose differently, especially with women there. Oh my gosh, when I watch these reaction videos and how they do it, this shit is amazing. But even with men, how they have to look a certain way, or I guess the societal norm there of looking a certain way, because that's how you
What
get
in
society.
Korea?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's fascinating.
I'm not aware. So
No, I just remember my own reaction. I went on TV for an interview a couple of years ago, and you get in there and there's like, yeah, let's take you to makeup, and I'm like,
no, let's take you to the woodshed.
and I was like, what? And they were like, yeah, we need to take you to makeup, and I was like, okay. And then you're like, you put everything on, and you feel like somebody's put a face on your face. You're like, do I still? Does my face still? Facial expression still work? And then when there was a commercial break, this woman came running out and started like doing stuff to my face. And I'm like, oh no, we don't do that. Like it's super uncomfortable. And I guess if you were used to doing that I know that in theater they use a lot of makeup, to enhance features and
Sure.
to help their facial expression, but it's really uncomfortable when you're not used to it.
Yeah.
And it took a long time too, and it still looked like me, but it was just to not make me look like Donald Trump, sweaty and horrible.
Sure. I think taking it outside of the whole like theater, TV aspect, things like that, in normal life where you're just going to school or going to work, the fact that normally men, I guess I could say here in America, don't do what I do per se, or do what certain most or some women do as far as getting ready and going out, is that because this whole thought of, oh, we're just going to provide free sanitary products to school age kids is beyond thinking, because obviously there is no regulation or there is no legislation or law against having Viagra for men, but there sure is for contraceptives for women and all this other bullshit, because
I
it is
don't. I
just a
don't
man
think
right.
that's a fair comparison.
No, yeah, you're right. And I didn't necessarily try to make that comparison, but I was pretty much saying that since men do not have
Yeah,
to
because
deal with these things.
no, because the reason that this is not an attack on you,
Mhm.
it's a case of you
It's an
use
attack.
one is a stimulant and one is a necessity. So I don't think the two are comparable in that sense. So I don't think you can use Viagra and tampon as a comparative measure, because a tampon or sanitary product is a necessity. Viagra
Well,
is like a privilege.
I mean, that's fair. No, I think I wasn't comparing the sanitary product to Viagra, but I understand what you mean.
No. It wasn't it wasn't a criticism. It was just like they weren't
It's
comparable.
worse. I think it's even worse than that, is what I think you're trying to. You agreed, but in a very weird way. In a very Wayne way.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh, yes, you did.
No, I think sanitary products are a necessity. Viagra is a luxury, so I don't think that the two are comparable. So
Yeah.
don't try and throw me under the bus, Mikey.
This is what happens when I try to help.
But you weren't trying to help. I was kind of trying to make sure that Jenna wasn't comparing some apples with oranges. They're
No.
not the same.
I wasn't. But in all fairness, with that article, I will be damn right surprised if I ever see that shit here.
Yeah, there's just too much money to be made.
What state are you in, Jenna?
California.
If
I figure out where Brenna is, I'm not too far from her.
Okay. We can sort that.
California is, basically a rich UK with, better food, better weather, better people.
Just better in every conceivable way.
Right. Zlatan, you're banned from the UK.
Ooh.
Again?
I decree. I'm going to get a bell. I'm going to get a bell and ring it. Hear ye, hear ye.
Oh, God.
Is that how they're doing news still there?
Bring out your dad. Bring out your dad.
The end is nigh. The end is nigh. God is dead. The end is nigh.
That whole
By the
Brexit thing
way,
is working out for you.
I have to give a shout out to one of our patrons, Ease. Well, no, one of our followers. Is he on our Patreon? I don't know. No, he's not on our Patreon. He's one of our followers.
Not yet.
But Ease has just yesterday actually, he sent me some really fantastic artwork, and there's the canvas on his way to Wayne, and it was fan-fucking-tastic. It's at my parents' house because of.
No, I've seen it. I love it. Thank you.
It's fantastic. He has also been commissioned to make, as a present to Mikey, personalized painting canvas that will be on its way shortly.
Yeah. Hopefully my neighbors don't take it.
Yep.
Bastards.
And of course, Brenna's going to get one in Cortez as well. But they're not here, so fuck them. But Ease,
Wow.
your pictures look amazing. You're fucking amazing. Go to Easy's and Works on Instagram and check out his amazing artwork. He's a good dude and a great artist.
Yeah, he's good
Oh
lad.
yeah, I like what he does. I need to have him commission something for me.
Shout out to Ease.
The big homie.
I need to find out what the Arsenal score was because I can see Saka.
You talking about soccer?
Yeah, sports ball.
I thought soccer would trigger him, but apparently that wasn't enough.
No, you need to go deeper.
I mean, Manchester United's the best team ever, so.
What's up with you Americans and hockey, by the way?
I don't know. I can ice skate, but I can't ice skate stop.
I haven't been on ice, or I haven't been ice skating since I was like 14, I think.
It's violent enough for Americans to like it.
It makes sense. Hockey's not our thing. It's more like football.
Yeah, but like we saw
Baseball.
Canadians doing it, and we're like, we want to get in on that.
But baseball, I can respect. Something that takes you 11 hours to play, and you takes you 11 hours to play. You can get shit faced while doing it, and you only have to run 10 feet at a time. I'm all in. I'm all in.
Have you seen cricket?
Oh god.
Nobody's seen cricket, dude. It died in 1653. Jesus Christ.
Have you seen cricket is the best British export ever. We taught everyone else how to play it, and they got better at us.
No. Patrick Stewart is your best export.
Oh,
That's a good shout. That's a good shout. Oh, or Ian McKellen.
Well, I think they're a package deal now, right? Have they announced that they're together yet?
You buy one, you get two free. You buy one, you get two free.
I'm still a big fan of Ralph Fiennes, though.
What is that?
Ralph Fiennes, English patient, played Voldemort in the Harry Potter movies.
Oh, you're not supposed to say his name.
I would say if you was to take Sir Ian McKellen, Sir Patrick Stewart, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, he's good.
And Idris Elba make a film.
Give it. Bring it over.
Oh man, I forgot about Big Driss. If I can only get 3, Big Driss is definitely in the top 3.
It goes where it goes.
Again,
what was the?
You didn't make it as an Idris Elba impersonator. Stop making it happen. It won't.
Do you remember what was that movie that was on Netflix that he did in Africa?
Oh man, Nelson Mandela one.
Oh
no, not Nelson Mandela. Let me
shoot. I can't think of it.
I can't think of the name. It was so good, but I don't know if I can watch it again. It was heavy. Oh, it was a heavy movie.
I can see Big Driss as James Bond all day long.
Oh, I mean, Luther was so good. I'm like going
Luther
through.
was amazing.
God, that's a good show. My girl won't watch it. She just won't watch it.
Really?
She'll get 10 minutes into it and she doesn't want to watch it anymore. I'm like,
Get her here.
good.
Get her here.
She's not coming. She won't do it. She'll probably say something snarky in the chat. Elizabeth Hurley, Kay says.
Just tell her, watch it.
Watch it. I can't find the movie now.
Right. Benedict Cumberbatch as Sherlock and Idris Elba as Luther. 2 of the quintessentially best things the BBC has produced in the last 20 years. And Hustle with Adrian Lester.
And then all those British game shows.
Ooh, Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
I like Red Dwarf. What's that guy's name?
Craig Charles.
Craig Charles. I like him.
He's a crackhead.
Is he really?
Damn.
Allegedly.
No slander here.
No, it was on the. It was in the
Oh, boy.
newspaper, so it's fine.
Yeah, we all know how British newspaper works, dude.
Oh yeah, because they're gonna sue us.
You know what?
It wouldn't cost them much.
Mm.
The name of that.
Mikey Famine is the owner of the Bin Podcast.
No,
Nope, dodge that one.
No, he isn't. He's a board member. I am the fucking CEO.
Oh, in that case, Justin Rin.
The name of that movie was Beasts of No Nation.
Oh yeah.
It's everybody. It's really good, but it is fucking
You said,
heavy.
"Oh yeah," reminded me of a song by Ash called "Oh Yeah."
That was tough. I don't even think I got through the whole thing. I don't know. It's hard for me to get through tough movies.
It got 92% on Rotten Tomatoes.
What?
Beasts of No Nation.
Okay.
I will grab the trailer link and drop that in for everybody.
If Idris Elba doesn't say drink it, Wayne won't watch it.
Drink it.
There you go.
No, fake Idris Elba.
You know
Listen
what?
to
She
this.
has a point. She has a point. She has a point. I hate
No.
starting shit when I have like 10, 15 other shit I haven't finished yet. Like, can we finish one thing and then move on?
She won't finish anything. So I have to entice her with a new show.
Allegedly. She's gonna toss that ring right in your face, dude.
No, she likes
I'm very,
it. She likes it.
nearly domestic.
Welcome to the Bin Podcast, your favorite shit show. Now also with domestic troubles.
What?
But we
I was nearly there.
Quit lying on the internet.
Oh, you're getting called out, man.
I like Future Mrs. Famine. She's fun.
Whatever.
I can't wait to see that flying fist come straight across.
you just have like the slow motion, like my whole face.
camera.
And it'd be like a Street Fighter 2 knockout.
And does somebody have case address? Because I think he just had a stroke.
Cats. The movie Cats.
I don't give a fuck.
Yes, but he says that's Cats was
Idris
dope.
Elba was in.
So somebody
Cats.
call an ambulance because he's not feeling well. Cats was shit. It was horrible in every single way, and you're crazy, and you should seek professional help. That is
The movie wasn't even finished.
Really?
It went out. Yeah, it went out with like CGI that was not finished.
Yeah, it was so bad. It was so bad.
Wasn't Jason Derulo in that?
Jason Derulo.
Did he end his number with saying his name?
Jason Derulo.
Why does every fucking song ends it with his name?
Oh, he loves singing his name.
He does.
He probably on like sound check. He probably just sings his name for his sound check every day.
Yeah, he's like everyone's like Jason, the mic check. He's like 1 2 1 2. Jason Derulo.
In case y'all didn't know, it's
Yeah.
Jason Derulo.
He's like Jason.
Jason on the one. Jason on the one.
I have no basis for this claim, but I will almost give all my money, bet all my money on the fact that he says his name when he comes.
Oh, God.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Why do you have to put that image in my head?
Because that's what we do. Welcome to the
Why?
podcast, Jenna.
Oh, thank you. Happy to be here. And Justin couldn't be here because I think he's still at work or still held up at work. Poor thing.
Aw.
Yeah.
Hey,
Jenna,
One step closer, and I'll turn this camera around.
Jenna, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
How did you get your avatar to have the exact same glasses as what you've got?
Movie magic. No, I don't know. I have, you know what? That turned out lucky. And it's so funny because I actually made that avatar before I got these glasses. And the fact that when I got these glasses off Etsy, love them. I was just like, oh shit, now I look like more like my cartoon.
Because that is identical. Like your
I love
avatar and your face is
it.
there. Boom.
I love it. I don't know. I don't know how. It's funny. And I'm like, yep, that works.
So
you know what?
that's funny.
No, read it because read it.
Facts.
Stop leaning into your mic, you fool. It's a good mic. You're blowing our eardrums out. Because Yarten says Jason's name when he comes.
Oh my God, Wayne.
Look at this fool.
Oh no. No, Dutch.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Oh man.
No. Now imagine that image, but he's also a cat person.
What is happening?
This has descended into madness. It's descended into madness.
Why is it that every time Sharten laughs, he sounds like he's like crying?
Because he is.
Wow.
I can't deal with him when he's laughing because it makes me start laughing.
I know.
His laugh is as infectious as his fucking laugh.
Please contain yourself, darling.
His laugh is as infectious as his house.
Mm.
It's infection as his toilet seat.
Walk around Yartan's house with a black light. See what happens.
You'll only find a piss ton of Cola Zero, dude.
Fucking blow your eyeballs off. Fuck it. Oh God. Oh God.
Oh, this is grim.
And one small plug. Net One Heroes. We have our Zero session is out. Let me grab the link for y'all. You should go check it out, even if you're not a big D&D person. It's
I was a quarter of a halfway there.
A quarter of a halfway.
A quarter of a halfway. That's what I said. No, I'm not a D&D person, but it was fun listening to it.
You'll truly enjoy it. This man's got the sync running. Golly.
I'm just surprised he didn't shut down his laptop this time.
Yeah, just close it like you always do. Just slam it shut with everybody in here. And then his little circle thing goes for 15 minutes. Jerk. What a jerk. How do I... Oh, where it is?
I'm still trying to catch my breath.
You good? Okay. Awesome.
All right.
Are you back?
I'm back.
Yeah. Oh shit, Wayne's back. We gotta stop talking shit about him.
No.
It's fine.
I'll never stop.
No. Mikey, to his dying breath, will never stop.
Wayne's just about to finally just punch my face in for the last time. Like, you hit like a bitch.
It's like, you're a cunt.
Just
boom.
Just wanker. You'll always be Wayne Wanker to me.
Right. And I'll take pride in that final strike. So,
yeah.
Who's the winner?
Did tons of mice just clip me getting a fucking laughing fit?
Probably.
Yeah.
There we go.
Shartan laughs like a loon.
I love it.
All right, that goes on the soundboard.
Mm-hmm.
My pizza
So,
has been out for delivery for half an hour.
Tim, what's going on with you tonight, my friend? Or today?
Well, today it's snowing in my neck of the woods. Another
I would
wonderful
like some
snowstorm.
snow.
It's been snowing here since fucking November, dude. What the fuck?
Well, you live in
I was
the
gonna
North
say-
Pole.
It was June for him.
I was going to say, since Adam and Eve had a ticket.
Yeah. Are there penguins?
No, but my polar bears fucking escaped, and now I have the diesel generator running.
Horrible.
Fuck
I'm
you.
doing a my podcast later at 8:00. Shartan's going to be there.
Yes.
Yeah, is he going to turn up this time?
Yes, he will, because he'll already be awake.
Yep.
That makes sense.
No, because I saw the message in the chat the other day. Are you there, Jartan?
I got the time zones wrong.
Yeah, you got the time zones mixed up.
I fundamentally give up on being your alarm clock now, Shartan.
Everybody fucking does. Like Mikey, when I went on Neil's show, Neil the 604 8 days, which everybody should check out, by the way. I
Good
think
plug.
Mikey called me about 50 times, and I was 10 minutes late.
All right.
See, Tim, I would have been on your show, but your time slot was like 2 a.m.
Yeah, I know. It's 2 a.m. for Shartan too.
No, it's 3 a.m. for him.
Oh
No.
well. What?
No.
Even though
It's 2 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock for you. It's EST. It's
Yeah, it's not my time.
He's an hour ahead of me.
Yep.
Even though we're an hour in front of him, it makes no sense.
Nope.
So, like, if you was to take Central European time and put that on France, France is like directly on a longitude line with us.
Mm-hmm.
But Jartan is all the way over there, and he's the same time as France. Yet we're an hour ahead.
Dude, you're flat earthing this. The earth is a globe. The lines don't go straight.
And we're tilted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and we're also on the back of a space turtle.
This is a silly American question, but daylight savings time, does it happen?
Yes,
No,
we invented it.
Yeah, last year. We're not doing that anymore.
Oh really?
Yep.
Okay.
You know, if you were
That's
in the
cool.
EU, you'd know that.
I thought that was like an American thing because back in like the 50s.
No. It's all about harvest time, and
that's what I was getting. Yeah.
maximizing harvest time. That's why school holidays are 6 weeks long.
Right.
Because that means the kids can go and work in the fields, and then they go back to school in September.
So just like everything else, the British claim that they invented it.
Well, when are you gonna fucking change it for us?
We're working on it.
Please?
They're not the keepers of time.
Send us some bribe money.
It's not like they have like the world clock over there.
Oh, yeah, we ain't got that, have we?
I don't know what the fuck they have anymore.
Neither do we. Neither do we. They got shit.
Like, there are some places
No,
they don't do daylight.
No, it got voted down in EU Parliament.
Yeah, so fuck you, Jartan.
Ah,
because tradition is against practicality.
I know there's just like what at least. Well, I just know of one, Arizona, that doesn't do that whole daylight savings time bullshit. Is there another one?
Yeah, but Arizona's like bang on the meridian, isn't it? It's like bang on the equator.
No,
no.
Arizona's not on the equator.
Is it not?
Not at all.
No.
Mm-mm.
Learn some geography.
Okay.
It's nowhere near it. No.
The equator is more like Central America,
like Brazil area.
Yeah, they're pretty north of the equator. They're like they're not in the temperate climate zone that we are, but they're not on the equator.
Who? No. I just assumed that because it was so hot there in Arizona.
It's hot in Arizona because Arizona sucks.
Yeah.
And it's a desert.
Wow.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah.
But they got some nice cities in there, though.
See, my team back in the day was the Phoenix Suns, so
You would like Charles Barkley, old milk dudded ass.
yeah. and now look at him.
Okay.
He's not good for much, but he is funny to. He says stupid shit. I'll give him that.
So why are we back on baseball?
Oh fuck!
I don't know. I don't like it.
Sorry, what were we supposed to talk about?
So Chartan, I lied to you about my podcast. It's a sports podcast. We're going to be talking all sports all the time.
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun. It's just going to be me sitting there about.
And Tim's going to be shining a light in your face. What do you think about this play?
No, but every time, like, when Wayne starts talking about, wrestling or sports ball or anything, all I hear is like this perpetual fucking Chewbacca sound.
I mean, I'll defend Wayne on wrestling because wrestling's pretty great.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, you fuck now. You got two of us.
Yeah. Baseball, I don't care about. It's too boring to watch. It's like golf.
Oh no, cricket. It's like cricket.
It's team golf.
It takes 4 days for anything to happen.
It does.
But you could drink during it.
You can drink during anything. That doesn't make any sense. That's not a good argument.
But you could drink while playing it. That's what I'm saying.
You can drink while playing any sport. You're just not putting the effort in.
True.
How come Mikey always brings in his own water bottle? That's weird.
I think Zoltan's just being obtuse for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Just stop being a dick.
It just took you 5 years.
By the way, what's happened to the other guitar? This one.
You are missing a guitar.
Nope.
That one.
Nope.
What's happened to it?
What do you mean no?
That one.
Where's the Zach Wild?
Oh, it got moved.
Oh, you moved it.
Oh, why did you move it?
I don't like change.
Second camera thing. You want
Put it back now.
No, because this is where Ease is fucking art goes up. Right?
Okay.
So,
but the guitar can stay there, so there's balance.
Calm down, precious.
Is it there yet? Is it there yet?
Calm down.
It's in Norway. I just need to go and get it. But
so put the guitar back until you get it. You're throwing us off.
We don't like change.
Don't do it. No changing.
I didn't like it when Obama did it. I don't like how you doing now. Please don't choke, don't choke on your pizza.
I still have some Coke and Mentos, and I would fucking drop those things in there for you right now, Jenna.
Have you never done that before?
No.
No? I remember doing that as a kid all the time.
Should we do a sausage made kind of thing? Full disclosure.
Oh. All right. Yes.
All right,
so I've been practicing these things for a week.
Okay.
So the reason I did it the way I did, so I actually researched the perfect ratio between Coke and Mentos.
Mm-hmm.
And I found this actual video with 2 guys in lab coach who has actually done research on how much Coke you should have in the bowl and how many Mentos. So I sat there with a sewing needle earlier today and, put them all in a thread so I can, drop them in at the same time and stuff like that. And it was a fucking shit show. The fountain went off the roof and just spread the Coke Zero all around my kitchen. It was all over my computer. It went into... So this first was supposed to be the one with the cabbage.
Mm-hmm.
And I boiled the cabbage. I made the water. I tried doing the experiment. It worked very well. But all of a sudden, after doing that Coke thing where I dropped it, I had Coke in my cabbage water, right?
Oh, that's fun.
So nothing worked anymore. So I had to go to the store, the local store, and they didn't have any red cabbage, which means that I had to drive for 45 minutes to get red cabbage, and we were going online in 30 minutes. So
Next time you should put a lid on your food.
it wasn't food.
Yeah, next time.
Yeah, next time. Well, so yeah, I just wasn't, that the fountain would hit the actual ceiling was, yeah.
Well, then fine. Next week, you have a week to go get another cabbage. You've been belching and farting into your mic for fucking a year and a half. Shut up, Wayne. I'm starving. So now you've got a week to go get a new cabbage.
Yeah.
Or Patreon exclusive cabbage.
You never. God damn it. God damn it, tons of mice. I love you. I gotta watch my face.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Mikey, fun thing I found out not too long ago. A Michigan GOP candidate that's trying to go for governor is a black man, but he wants to cancel Black History Month because it divides people. That's all that needs to be said. Yeah.
We can't have shit. We already got the little baby ass month. Worst fucking weather.
I have a theory on that.
Oh, go for it, please.
Okay. So
I want to go next.
The problem that people have when it comes to Black History Month or Black History or anything woke or anything, we've got this new thing over here. I don't know if you got over there. It's called BAME, Black and Minority Ethnic, which kind of is everyone that's
Umbrella.
non-white. But who came up with that idea? It weren't a black person. It weren't an Asian person.
Sorry.
Go on.
No, but here's
interject.
Right? No. I'm not interjecting. And I'm not disagreeing. But this makes me very angry.
It makes me angry. It makes me massively angry.
I know. Why I celebrate, Norwegian Independence Day. I know why I celebrate all of these things, right? I know that a lot of Irish Americans celebrate St. Patrick's Day, and they celebrate all kinds of where they're from holidays. The black population of America has been robbed that opportunity because they don't know where the fuck they're from. They got robbed in the middle of the fucking night by white people looking like me and shipped over the ocean, and now they don't know where the fuck they're from anymore. So why can't they have a fucking month to celebrate who the fuck they are? Because they don't know if they're from Nigeria or Zimbabwe or whatever, and the fucking ancestry fucking thing won't tell you just where you're from. So So for you to have a national fucking holiday to celebrate your heritage has been eradicated. It's been erased by 400 years of fucking slavery.
I'm gonna trigger some people in this.
Yeah, but just final words. So celebrate the fact that you have Black History Month. Celebrate the fact that you're not slaves anymore, that you're free, that you are, on your way. You still got a long way to go to be equal. Yes, we all agree on that. But for fuck's sake, celebrate your blackness, your African heritage, because what heritage can you choose from? White Americans always say, I'm part German, part Irish, part Scandinavian, right? What are you going to say? What are black people going to say? What are they going to say?
Okay. Let
No.
me pile in on this,
Celebrate
right?
fucking Black History Month and fucking good on you.
I'm going to
No
pile in
fucking
on
hell.
this because I am Wayne Lynch. Okay. So my surname comes from the County Mayo in Ireland, and where my dad's from is called my dad's from the Isle of Montserrat, which was called the Emerald Isle of the Caribbean, because that's where a lot of Irish slaves were sent. So Britain didn't only be shit to its own people, they were shit to the Irish. They took Irish slaves, and Irish slaves became people that mated with Africans that were shipped to the Caribbean, the plantations. So somewhere down the line, my surname was grafted onto my family as a Lynch, and I'm, by all standards, I'm not allowed to say, "Oh, I'm Irish," or I'm of Irish descent, or of English descent. Because, oh, look, you've got a little brown tinge to your skin, so you can't really be one of us. And it nullifies the whole notion of identity. Because for me, can I just be me? Can I just be Wayne? Please, can I just be Wayne? And I'll identify who I am to you in an interaction with you as me.
Mm.
It's so frustrating that I have to have this baggage behind me. I don't want it. I don't want it. I just want to be Wayne. Just take me as, like, the way I describe it. If you had an adopted kid, that kid knows nothing of their background. They have no history whatsoever. Can we just take them as that? Please. Because it's so frustrating that we have to have all this baggage aligned to us because of the color of our skin. I don't want that. I just want to. I just want to be Wayne. I just want to be Wayne.
I think yeah, and you're right, and I see your point there, and I think it goes a little deeper, especially with American history, because not so much trying to dive all the way back to where your original roots were as an African, as a Black person, but just to learn, just the fact that we had to designate a month where schools can actively teach about Martin Luther King over and over again, or the main ones in history, but we lack the knowledge of other very essential, important Black persons that have strived and done awesome things in this country that we barely know their names of. Even for me, I didn't know a lot of the people I know now up until I became like an adult. I didn't learn half the shit I know now in school. So, and then it's funny because, okay, so I'll read a quote from the article from this guy. And I think Dutch had mentioned some person named John James, and it's not John James. His name is Austin Ching. I don't know how to say the last name, but he pretty much said this. I quote, "I will cancel Black History Month in Michigan. It's offensive, unfair, maybe illegal. Americans from all backgrounds deserve a revered history. I'll declare American History Month."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And if you're gonna do that kind of shit, and say, "Oh, okay, I'll just declare all year American History Month," or whatever, February as American History Month, then you're setting yourself up to not even reference or acknowledge what we barely try to acknowledge during Black History Month with people that we don't know names of.
Yeah, American History Month is a bad idea just on principle, because American history is fraught with the the subordination of not just Black people but Asian people, and Hispanic people, and really
everyone that's
if you're
non-white.
and in fact, one of my classes in my master course right now is a critical race theory class.
Oh, fuck off with that shit.
And basically in America, since the colonies, if you weren't white, Anglo-Saxon and Protestant, you were discriminated against. The most discriminated people were African Americans, Christians, and Jews. They were the most discriminated people in America until about the 1920s. And America has a history of discriminating against all people, and having an American history year or whatever he wanted to do is a bad idea, because American history is not a good history.
It's not. It's a bastardized history.
And
it's a case of we're going to cherry pick everything that suits us and makes the powerful look good, and anything that is subordinate bad.
Yeah.
And this is what I can't get on board with all these different group classifications. I'm a mixed race guy, and I hate having to be told, "Oh, do you fit in this camp or this camp?" No, I'm just Wayne. Can I just be Wayne?
Yeah. Well,
is that right?
I think the problem is that, when they talk about whoever this guy is who wants to get rid of Black History Month and do like an American History Month or whatever it is, like he's missing the point completely. That there's an entire group of people whose history was basically stolen from them.
Yeah.
No, the scary part is that he's Black himself.
Oh,
that's fucked up.
It's a Black man saying this.
I did not know. From what state?
Michigan. He's not governor now. He's trying to take the seat from the present governor, but he's running to be governor. A Black man. I forgot Austin. I forgot how to say the last name.
Michigan doesn't have a good history of governors recently.
Nope.
I think he just done lost his black card.
We'll be taking that.
The thing that I don't agree with is, like, if you have a certain amount of melanin in your skin, then you have to. This is your baggage. You have to have that, and you have.
Okay, I'm pushing back now because you have this.
Please, I really want you to.
Because this is the thing, Wayne. The way that you think and process the world, you are 1000% entitled to, and you can identify however you want to. Yep. But when other people want to do things, mostly in a uniform fashion, just because you're an outlier of that. I'm not saying you need to push your way of thinking on it, but you're going to continually be met with the same hurdles.
I know.
Because the way that you want to think about things has no function. It has no utility. If I want to,
organ playing in the background, Mikey, don't you have like an organ soundbite when you got a speech like this?
No, Jardin, don't you do it? Don't you push no? I saw his eyes go. Sounds? I have sounds.
Sorry, continue. I just had to throw that in there.
Yeah, but
hands above the carpet.
and I get why you want to do what you want to do, but if I have a child, and
it's coming up on
and I want to impart what heritage I have to that child, with your way of thinking, that's bad. That's why do that. Why teach them about who they are and where they came from and where we've come since then? Like, why do that? It's only separating us. No, if people have hangups or they have issues or they have problems, especially because my mom is biracial, but she's been Black forever. But I didn't get a quarter fucking English from nowhere. You know what I mean? So she doesn't identify that way because that's how she feels comfortable. But I think it is important for the aggregate to understand our history, especially here in the States, to understand that you're not just an American. You're not just you're an African. You were brought here and you were enslaved and now you are free. That entire thing is important, not only to someone's identity, but just because it's true. Like, I can't walk around and just be like, I'm not.
No, I disagree.
So you don't think
what
that
Mikey's saying here? I think I might be able to translate this good. I mean, I'll use my my Southern Baptist voice here.
Great.
What Mike is trying to say is to know your history for the means of knowing where you came from and knowing what your ancestors have been through to understand and know where you are going, and not by a means of separation.
Let me get this. Let me get the
I'm gonna use a really good pal of mine's example. He was adopted. What's his history? What is his history? He's adopted. His history is what you're telling him. It's not his history.
You would hope at some point that the parents would tell him like his actual history.
No. But what I'm saying is,
There's the organ.
He's a mixed race. He's a mixed race guy adopted by a white family.
Yeah.
Eventually, his history is going to come up,
and he is treated as an equal.
See, well, I mean, any history that involves pre-birth.
Anything.
I mean, like my history, what I understand, like if we're going to this, like, quantum leap thing, anything that's happened, like in my lifetime, I can just remember that shit. But any other history that involves heritage, great-great-grandfather, not even that distant, they're all stories, right? So any history that you get is what you're being told. Now, you have to understand, and in our community, how to research things is quite valuable.
When you say our community, what community?
Well, when I speak into the general skeptical community, people who do not take things at face value, do not just, they don't fall for the okie doke, to put it lightly. Somebody who's like, okay, all right, cool story, but let me look into that. The skeptic community, not just general terms of atheism or anything like that. Well beyond that, people who don't just take somebody's word for anything, who know how to go out and investigate, who know how to source out, the news that they're getting now or history stuff. Because the history books that I grew up with, like in high school, oh my God, there's so much bullshit. You got to know how to source this stuff and look back and research all of this, and any history that you get is just pretty much a story. But knowing how to separate the wheat from the chaff, that's another skill.
Right, who is it with the sandball? Because I'm about to punch him in the throat.
Mikey.
Take me to church.
I was playing the organ.
The highest percentage when I got my genealogy report was 11% English. That's the highest percentage that I have. And I've joked before that there's more flags in my genealogy report than in the UN's parking lot.
Yeah, but even
Can I just
no. I'm gonna stop everyone right now. We live on this one fucking piece of rock floating around a star. Genealogy is bullshit. It's bollocks. It's just,
that's your fucking opinion, Wayne. Like, that's literally your fucking opinion. That's not science. Genealogy is a thing.
It's science.
So I'm kind of backing Wayne up here, like at least to a degree, but I'm going to use the disclaimer that this is just how I feel personally. Granted that my skin is white, I'm considered Caucasian, but I have such a diverse cultural upbringing. I hung out with everybody, and I've got so many different genealogy, like I've got so many different nations in my bloodline that, like, you know, though I look white, I don't know what to call myself. I have no direct history. I have no people. I'm just like, I'm with you on, like, can't I just be me? You know, but what I am concerned about is the history of the world, which is I'm pretty much a big chunk of damn near everything. So I want to learn about cultures. I want to learn about people. How do you expect to have a conversation to understand somebody if you don't understand that person? If that person identifies with this, and this person identifies with that, if you don't understand what they identify with and what they find to be important in their lives, you're not going to understand that person at all. Mm-hmm. And you got to be able to get down with them. Though I don't find it's actually critical to live my life the way that my ancestors did, because I mean that's just not important to me. But it's good to understand that, and it's good to understand the people who do find it to be important.
Quandary, to just shut someone down by saying that's not what it's supposed to be, it's not very progressive.
Nobody's saying that. You are
Mikey just did that.
No, that's not what he said.
Yes, he did.
That's not what I said. I'll play your words back. Don't worry about it.
That is a fucking strawman argument, dude. And now I'm going to put some music to me. So the point that I'm trying to make is that we have to respect where you come from. And if you don't care where you come from, that's fine. You're allowed to think that.
No. Now you've made a straw man. You've made a straw man.
No.
You don't care where you've come from.
No. What you said. All right. I'm going to quote you.
No. You just made a straw man right there. Right there. You don't care where you've come from.
No, now comes the quote. I haven't even said the quote yet, and you already interrupted me. The quote is, I just want to be white.
Yep.
And that is fine. That is what you said. That is what you think. Mm-hmm. Right? But if other people want to know where they're from or celebrate where they're from, and they don't know...
That's a different argument. That is a different argument. It's a different argument.
But that's how we got into this argument, right? This is taking it back to the roots of the argument. The roots of the argument was Black History Month, right? Why do we need Black History Month? We don't have Irish History Month, or we don't have German History Month, or we don't have this or that. The reason we need Black History Month is because a lot of Black people don't know their heritage. They don't know where they're from. They don't know where they come from. They don't know which culture to celebrate. So
hold on. Let me interrupt you for let me interrupt you for a second. So do you think that's a worthy effort, Wayne, for people to want to know? Do you think it's a worthy endeavor for them to want to know their ancestry and that stuff?
No. What my argument is, don't.
Can you just answer? Can you just answer?
Don't tell me where I'm supposed to know where I'm from. Don't tell me. Let me be me.
Yeah, but
no one is saying that. No one is saying that.
Yes, you are.
No.
Yes, you are.
You're not listening then, Wayne, because no one is saying that, and you keep grinding. No, hold on, Wayne, because this is the third or fourth time we've done this. Because you keep grinding everything to a halt because you're not listening, and that's not fair. And there's no way for any of us to transfer ideas if you're not listening to the ideas from the other people. Okay. I asked you very pointedly, do you think it's worth people's time? Is it a worthy endeavor for them to want to know where they're from and do research about where they're from? Do you think that they're wasting their time and they shouldn't do it at all?
I think it's all about people trying to figure out who they are.
That's a non-answer.
That's not an answer to the question, Wayne.
That's not an answer.
Do you think it's a waste of people's time to research their, whether it's 23andMe or the family tree stuff or all the different websites and services you can use? Okay. Do you think that is a waste of time?
No, I think we need to take each individual as an individual and say, right, this is where they started.
I'm not talking about you. We're not talking about your personal opinion about.
But this is right. This is my personal struggle. So by condemning me for coming back at you is an insult to me.
No, but you're not answering the question.
I think I know where this is coming from, if I may, real quick. Wayne, this isn't really stemming from stuff directly that we're saying. This is coming from something much deeper. This is like, your environment, your life, your the world itself, what you've seen, what's been pushed on you your entire life, and it's kind of left a scar.
Yeah.
Almost, and this is a sour moment, and now I'm not getting from you that you think that it's a waste of time for other people to want to do that, because to each their own. But what they're trying to ask you is that, do you think that it's a waste of time for other people to want to do that? And I'm not getting that from you. But what I am getting from you is that you're trying to explain how this it doesn't really matter much to you, and you've been pushed on who you should be most of your life, and you're kind of sick of that.
Is that
about right?
That is exactly it. That is exactly it. And I feel that it is an arrogance of other people that are secure in who they are. Oh, you must know who you are. You must know who you are. And I hate that, because as a brown fella who was born in a predominantly white area of the UK, to be constantly told, this is who you are, this is who you are, this is who you are, and then in later life, but this is who you are, this is who you are. I'm like, no, don't fucking dictate to me who I am. I ain't fucking having that. Never.
I can't be described by my ancestry any more than somebody by anything, really. That's just kind of a blueprint on my gene sequencing. How much time have my ancestors spent in direct sunlight? That's pretty much, biologically speaking, that's about all that boils down to. I am a product of my environment. I'm a product of every experience that I've ever had. Any time I've ever fallen in love, anytime I've ever had my heart broken, anytime I've ever had my ass kicked, every time that I've ever been disappointed or thrilled about something, or just the nightmares that I've seen and the joys that I've seen come to pass. There's so many different experiences that's made me who I am, which if I were to have had different experiences, I would be a different person, effectively speaking. So there's no way to tell me who the fuck I am by looking at, my ancestors. You can get a generalization on some sort of quirky stuff that could, do I have a predisposition to hot or cold or, whatever. But those are really pointless kind of things when you're describing self. Those are physical attributes, and that doesn't amount to much when it comes to who a person is. And I'm constantly figuring out who that person is, and I'm that fucking person. So does somebody else to try to tell me that, I'm like, get the fuck out of here, and I don't even worry about that shit anymore. It doesn't bother me, because I know the most about me that anybody else does, and a big fuck all to anybody who thinks otherwise.
Tons of goldfish.
So Wayne, I got a story for you, and I don't tell too many people this. Aside from my heritage of goldfish, when I was 15, I found out that my father was adopted, and he was half Puerto Rican. So I found out that I was a quarter Puerto Rican. Now, I was already 15. So, my self-identity was already fully formed. I had no idea that I had Hispanic heritage at all. But then I found this entire, family that I didn't know about, that they're awesome people. And I went to Puerto Rico and saw some of the heritage sites there. But you're right, I don't identify as Hispanic or Puerto Rican unless I'm with my family, because outwardly I'm pretty white. There's no pigment in my skin at all. But I do understand where you're coming from, where people tell you you're supposed to be this, or people tell you you're supposed to be that, because Like I'm not in the Hispanic culture, or I visit that side of the family, but it still seems kind of weird to me because I didn't know until I was 15, and it's definitely weird to my dad because he didn't know. So he had to like learn this. He had to be accustomed to this whole new family that he didn't even know. And I guess that goes back to what you said about your friend who was adopting. Eventually it's gonna the history is going to come out, and it may be a good thing, it may be a bad thing. It depends on.
No, but what annoys me is, like you said, you're told who you're supposed to be, and that's what I can't abide.
Yeah,
I can't.
But if I just can't mind, because I don't think any of us meant, and I apologize if it came through like that, to tell you that history.
Look at my face. This is my proper angry face.
Yeah. But I don't think that nobody tried to tell you who you are through heritage. But for some people, heritage might be important, right?
I'm none of what I have said today or tonight or any statements I have ever made has no. Let me finish my point. I am not detracting from anyone who has any feeling in that shape in any way. What I'm saying is, do not tell me who I am. Do not tell me who I am.
And nobody's tried to tell you who you are, and nobody's tried.
Tonight, there has been examples of that.
I think
no,
and
there hasn't, because just give me 1 second. The point I'm trying to make.
I've been told I'm wrong for suggesting certain things.
No, you have been using your personal example to explain other people's desire to know where they're from. And that's where you got it wrong. As soon as you start using your anecdotal evidence that your non-desire to know and just being accepted is who you are, and have no desire to know where you're from or your heritage in any way, to describe everybody else's desire to know you got wrong.
I use my example as a reason as you can't tell people where they're from.
Right.
No, you got, and I agree with that. The fact is that a lot of people.
That's all I've done. That is all I've done.
A lot of people want to know where they're from, want to celebrate, and a lot of people do. A lot of people who emigrated to the Americas.
And I have not said that is wrong. All I'm saying is you cannot enforce your projection of who someone is onto another person. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Your heritage does not define you in any shape, way, or form.
In your opinion, but other people will project that opinion on other people. That's why prejudice exists.
It's not one instance that I have been able to finalize my point without you.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, go on. Sorry, I apologize.
Then it's off to Jenna. I descended from Vikings. I am no more. I would not survive 2 fucking seconds in that world. I would be killed, eaten, and fucking shat out sooner than I could finish a bottle of wine. Right? Just because I descended from these barbarians does not make me a barbarian. Doesn't make me a Viking in any sort, shape, or fucking form. Does not define me as a person. But it's interesting for me to learn about Vikings, learn about where my ancestry is from. And I think that Black History Month is very important for people to, learn more about where Black Americans are from. That's all I'm saying. Jenna.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I respect where hi Genesis.
Hello.
Hello. And also hi IQ, because I don't I know I didn't say hi.
Hey. Sorry. All right, go ahead.
No, you're fine. No, the overarching point and the reason why I kind of brought it up with, total blanketed didn't know that it would go this far, but the reason why I brought it up is because um and I agree with Wayne because being told that you're from something is heavy, especially if, of course, mixed, and then you're said, oh, you're this background, so you should act this way, blah, 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 blah. I think the overarching point is that whether you care to understand or know your background or your heritage or where you come from, all in fairness, it doesn't matter because that's individualistic. But the importance of having these particular reflections of history, i.e., having Black History Month, is that you allow people that are under that umbrella or people as a whole to understand the various diversities of Black people, that we're not just all one race. We're mixed and come from various different backgrounds and various different things, and we have strived and achieved various different things within this and within America, but all over the world, I should say. But the heavy ignorance of a obviously Black man, and when I looked at it, he's Nigerian American, for someone to carry that same language from when you hear from white people is disheartening, because it's kind of like saying, it's kind of like taking, well, I don't really care where I'm coming from because I don't want to hurt other people's feelings because I'm Black. I don't want to put my Blackness on everyone else. And it's not necessarily saying that. It's saying that we are lacking understanding of essential people in our past that are not just MLK, that are not just Rosa Parks, that are not just Malcolm X, essential people that have built up this nation and built up other places in the world. And we purposely do not teach this in schools. We purposely do not carry on the legacy of these people beyond February. So to cancel that out and to say, no, we should just celebrate all of American history, but we don't do that at all.
Yeah, it's true that we don't, because American history is not fraught with things to celebrate, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Like I was talking about before, and Wayne, this might go to some of your point, you were considered non-white if you were Irish and you immigrated from Ireland
Yeah.
in the early
Yeah.
history of the country, or if you were German, or if you were Italian, you were
Mhm.
considered not white.
Mhm.
But that's where the whole precursor comes from. So you're German Italian, German American, Italian American.
But that's I think the problem there is that America is a country of immigrants. So people define themselves and their families by where they came from. So it's a different for American identity than it is, say, for Great Britain. Or
that's what I was trying to get at, because 20% of your population has been deprived of that.
Yeah,
privilege.
And for Americans, it's very different to consider yourself like an Italian American or a Hispanic American or an African American, because you're saying that, oh, my family came from this part of the country or this part of the world, and now we live here. And there are whole communities built around that. There's a whole Italian American community. Some of it has, legitimate businesses. But there's an entire culture based
are
around
good people, I assume.
Yeah, they're very good people. There's been movies, but there's entire cultures built around what country in the world you came from, and now you live in America.
I just hope that I think that is very important that you have Black History Month, but I wish for a future where you don't need one, but it is sorely needed. in my opinion.
I think one thing that would be beneficial to schools would be to start teaching the histories of other civilizations and other peoples, particularly the civilizations that cropped up in Africa that were originally mistaken for white people having been in the area before, because white people used to, and still are, be racist as fuck. But like you never hear about like Timbuktu or like anything like that, right? You don't hear about like, I don't know, like for Black History Month, it would be cool to also get some like African history. I wish I would have learned about different countries when I was in school. Like, I honestly feel like most other countries are more educated in international stuff than America is. I don't know. I'm probably rambling. I haven't been
No, you're
sleeping
good.
well.
No, you're good. I think I don't. Yes, I believe from all that I've heard from arguing with Mikey over the last 6 years is that yes, the American education system has failed you.
It continues to fail.
And continues to do so.
And it's not even like I went to a bad school. I went to a private education for most of my life, and I still feel like I was cheated. So I think it's like, no matter what class bracket you're in, American education just isn't on par with everyone else.
Yeah, I think that, as I said, it has failed you in the regards that American exceptionalism has been taught in American schools for such a long time that your focus is so entirely American that the rest of the world becomes insignificant within your curriculum. It's almost like Africa is a country, and as long as you know that Germany was the bad guys during the World War II, you're fine.
Well, you also need to know that the Soviet Union was the bad guys during the Cold War.
Yeah, exactly. So as long as you know that, you know all you need to know about the entire world, and now we're at a world, well, not anymore, but for the last 4 years, we've been at war with China for some reason that nobody understands. It would be refreshing to, and through my acquaintance with Mikey, I've met so many wonderful Americans who are knowledgeable and knows so much, and it has changed my opinion, my perception of a lot of Americans. But at the same time, the American education system worries me, and it worries if you take Black History Month out of the equation, where will we end up in the end? And that's why I think it's very important that we, as I said earlier, please let us get to the point where we don't need it, but as of right now, we need it, and we need more of it.
And I think like the whole like, oh, it's not part of those. I didn't learn that in school. That's not like just because like, oh, we do just so many events, they just ran out of time. No, it was intentional. Like they intentionally skipped out and left out shit, and
or lied about it,
or flat out lied. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure people did learn about the Transcontinental Railroad at some point in schooling, but they didn't learn about who built the Transcontinental Railroad, and then the Chinese Exclusion Acts, and all the terrible things that were done to the Chinese workers who built the railroads. Like, you just learned that it was built. Nobody told you who built it.
Like, oh,
and then the railroad went west.
Yeah.
And then that's the only sentence they put in there.
And we found gold.
This is what I hate about identity when it comes to this, because it's steeped in history. We categorize people and we put them in these boxes, and then
It's not
we
just deep in history; it's deep in prejudice. More
yeah,
accurately.
but this is the thing. Like look at us, right? We're not sitting here like any kind of bag of people. We're just people, just chatting away, just talking normally, being humans, and just having that interaction. I want all of those barriers to just melt down and just let us be us.
And and I see that point. And that's how I feel when me as an atheist, when I am looked upon as just a Black woman, I'm automatically in this box like, oh, you're a Christian and what church do you go to? That
Yeah,
same type of tunneled vision identity.
yeah.
So
Someone is telling you who you should
Mhm.
be.
Exactly. So when you have these recognitions of, Black History Month, Mexican American heritage, things like that, um, it's important to have those expanded upon and being taught and actually tell the truth about American history and not prop up these people that created slave trades like Christopher Columbus and have murdered sloughs of people just to own some land. Tell that truth. Tell that truth so
But
that we
isn't
can know and understand how diverse everybody is, especially for Black people. How
like Columbus Day like a protested day?
Yeah, they're trying to change it to like Italian
Right.
Heritage Day or something like that because
No,
Christopher
it's Native
Columbus,
Peoples Day.
Native Peoples
Yeah.
Day, okay. Because Christopher Columbus is very problematic as a historical figure for America, and he's once again American schooling. He'd been celebrated the entire time I was in school,
Mhm.
and
You had to color the 3 ships in on your little coloring sheet, and
Yeah.
so, but he's like an American folk hero to some,
Mhm.
and especially the Italian American community, he's big for them.
Mhm.
So it's very problematic to have him as a hero
Yeah, he's
when
complete
he did
shit.
all those terrible things.
The issue is, right, with a lot of Americans, like with the United States, right, a lot of our as you put it, folk heroes are terrible people by our today's standards. And like the fact that we don't talk about their flaws is partially why like the Proud Boys or like
Mhm.
these extremist groups who are so pro-America and so nationalist think that nothing's wrong with this country because one, they're at a privileged state where they can't see all the problems with America, and two, they've been fed their entire lives this is the greatest country ever, and then you get some orange fucker saying let's make America great again. Of course you're going to rally behind him because you've basically been enslaved your whole life in school to think, oh yeah, America's always the good guys, we've never done anything horrible, and slavery, we've apologized for that, racism
Mhm.
doesn't exist. It's like you know
Black kids go to high schools, there's no
like
racism.
You know what?
exactly. It's just we like we need to start recognizing our own flaws and our own problems. Otherwise this country is just like, I mean, already we're seen as so obnoxious and so self-centered, and like I don't know how much more damage can be done before things go to shit.
So I'm going to tie this all the way back to the Texas mayor story.
Wow.
Texas, it's going all the way around.
Look at Tim.
welcome to the team, Timmy.
The history of Texas is one of independence and not wanting to be told what to do by anyone else. Texas was its own country.
Like a spoiled brat.
Yeah. The people of Texas have a very unique view of America because they consider America to be other. Texas they consider themselves to be independent. And actually, before the state of Texas was asking the country for help because they were in the deep freeze, they were threatening to secede from the Union because they didn't get their way with Trump. So
Yep.
That mayor's rant was stemmed from a very independent, individualistic state of mind that Texans have, and a very discriminatory view of other people that Texans have when it comes to their own independence. When he said, go and fix it yourself, he meant stand up and be a Texan. Because all those other Americans are weak and they want help from other people, but you're a Texan, so you should want to do it yourself. And
yeah,
make your own power grid.
And then a bunch of people did it themselves and got carbon monoxide poisoning. Am I right?
But the fact that they have their own power grid separate from the rest of the country, it should have been a sign that they don't consider themselves to be Americans primarily. They're Texans primarily. And the hell with everyone else.
Can't make your own electricity.
I mean, if Texas secedes, there'd be a lot less terrible voters.
They're prepared for it. They have their own power grid. We can't shut off their power, they probably, and they have their own water supply. They have their own energy supply. Like Texas put themselves in a position where they could be more independent than other states because they want to be more independent. They were their own country. They know what that's like. And California was its own country too. It was the Republic of California before we took it.
Damn.
Yeah. But when we took Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and California from Mexico. It used to all be Mexico. And in the Mexican-American War, we took it all. Another fun history fact for you.
That seems to be a going theme, isn't it? About the American way. Just take it.
Rob,
hey, if we don't like something, we
steal and pillage. We started that.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Fuck you, Vikings.
And my wife has corrected.
You were almost 1,000 years late, dude. Fuck off.
Yeah, whatever. Jartan, how did it work out for you when you got to Scotland? Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, how did that work out for you when you got to Scotland?
I had a beer. What are you talking about?
Are you talking about the same Scotland that's part of Europe or whatever? Okay. No,
I just want to point out that where this conversation is going, it can go south real quick. So just be careful.
I'm all right.
Just saying.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Speaking of the fact that Texas is now a sand-colored popsicle, how about Ted Cruz fleeing the country and then just being like, "Oh no, just a meme, guys. I'm just joking. I'm coming back."
Smart man. Let me go gas up my private jet.
No,
Ted Cruz. No. Let me stop you there. Okay. Ted Cruz is an absolute fucking band of shit.
And he's the Zodiac
killer.
I was just about to say Zodiac killer.
The late great Tony Benn said there are two types of politicians. There are weather vanes and signposts. He is a fucking weather vane.
Yeah, he doesn't have a spine at all.
Yep.
Trump removed it from his body.
He is a supine prick.
Yeah, he removed it like he removed the dignity of the US of A during 4 years in power.
Oh, we had dignity? When?
Oh, you did?
I don't know, 1776.
I mean, we had dignity for, I would say before Nixon was the last time. I'd say the whole,
there's one thing I want to talk about. Have you any of you seen any of the bullshit on Twitter about how there's a snowstorm in Texas and therefore there is no global warming?
That's probably come from Stephen Crowder and Alex Jones, globalist,
So we do not have climate change because cold weather is just weather, but warm weather is climate change.
Yeah, but
fun fact about the Ice Age. The Ice Age started with a period of global warming, and when temperatures fluctuate, that's usually a sign that the greenhouse gases are out of whack.
Yeah, they took global. Every time someone says that shit, it's always they took global warming as literal, as it's going to be warmer everywhere all the time, and not what it actually is climate change and once in a generation freeze. Should tell people something that it's wrong, and they should do
that was
something about
the ghost in the shell, in the sense of they said, "Oh, you called it global warming, but now it's climate change." The two are the same.
Yeah, that's just people being willfully
semantic.
Yeah.
So yeah, but here's what my main points about this. So, have you ever seen the movie?
Well, Jardan, we don't look at your movie collection.
No, I just look at I just look at Mikey's productions. They're fantastic.
Saw you coming around the bend there, fuckhead.
No, the movie with Jake Gyllenhaal. No, I forgot the name. I got a brain freeze. Come on,
Bubble Boy.
Zoolander.
Bubble Boy?
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Brokeback Mountain.
Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Yes.
Whoa.
Oh,
why can't I quit
disaster
you?
movie with climate change.
The Day After Tomorrow.
Day After Tomorrow. So the Day After Tomorrow is
Bubble Boy,
because they got something right in that, right? So the only reason where I live is
Nightcrawler.
Day After Tomorrow still did. Stop shouting out names.
Just say words.
IMDb.
Enter the Dragon.
Day After Tomorrow got one thing. Prince of Persia.
That's a good one.
In a conversation about climate change, and somebody's at a loss for words about that one movie with Jake Gyllenhaal, and then the first movie that pops into your head being Bubble Boy isn't completely outlandish.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's really fucking entertaining.
If the Earth is flat, why is
no? This is like you just take a bunch of fucking shit and you toss it around, you toss it in the air, and you see what fucking falls in your hands, and you just shout it out.
It's called TheBinPodcast.
He was in Zodiac.
But all right, so the only reason where I live is inhabitable is because of the Gulf Stream, right? The warm air and warm water that flows from the Mexico Gulf across the water. This is, as described in Day After Tomorrow, perpetuated by a very delicate balance between salt and fresh water. So if we get too much fresh water, so the polar ice caps start melting, so you get more fresh water, it will disrupt that stream, which means that the hot air and hot water that we need to actually survive where I live will disappear, and we will have an ice age where I am. And we are getting very fucking close to that point where the Mexico Gulf starts pumping warm air and warm water my way, and I actually have to go south. And I don't want to go to Spain because there's a lot of Spaniards down there, and I don't like them.
That's not racist. This will make everybody happy. Bubble Boy is free to watch on YouTube. So I think we're about done here. And then whoever wants to stay, I'm gonna watch Bubble Boy in its entirety. If you guys want to get in here, hit me up on Twitter or something. I'll shoot you a link. Jartan, final words.
Final words.
Let's do this.
Thanks for being here. Tim, always a pleasure. And Jenna, what can I say?
Jenna, tell people who you is and where they can find you and how they give you money.
No money involved. But
Ballin'.
I mean that's why I'm off work today. No, you can find me on Facebook and now apparently on Twitter. So Facebook. God damn it! I've had it for a week, and yes, I'm sure all of you are very proud.
And you haven't followed me. What the fuck?
Girl, I barely got it a week ago. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Okay, I'm slow. Anyways, just find me. Twitter at Jenna_BFA. You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/blackfemaleatheist. You can add me as a friend there by the same name as well. Unfortunately, Justin couldn't be here. I just like text him right now. He just got home from work, poor thing. But me and him have our own show Thursday evening, 6:30 Pacific time. IFWAS podcast, If We Are Sober. We also run our own Discord called International Free Thinkers, which you can search us on YouTube by that same name. We do have a show this evening where we'll talk about, poor people stuff. And then actually within the next hour or so, I'll be on secular sexuality on the ACA. So I'm going to be doing a talk on Black purity culture. So that'll be fun.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Exciting. I'm doing exciting things today.
I'll be up for that.
Yeah. So that'll be that'll be, I guess, I don't know what time that starts, probably in the next hour or so. So I gotta prepare for that. But you can find me there. And usually I kind of park it at Neil's after parties. So
Mendista's on tonight.
I know.
Jenna,
I love her. I love
right.
her.
Jenna, can I thank you from everyone at the BIM podcast for coming on here tonight?
Absolutely. I gotta
Really
get you guys
appreciate it.
on if was
Minus Mikey. I am not thanking her for anything.
That's fine.
That's because Mikey's a cunt.
Yeah, whatever.
And Tim, remember to plug your podcast, which I am going to be on in 1 hour and 17 minutes.
Yes.
That's if he wakes up.
Which
Yeah.
I forgot. No,
Wake
I'm
up,
not
Steve.
going to bed now. I'm not going to get to bed for you.
So
I'm just going to
Shartan,
make a pot of coffee.
on a scale of 1 to trash, how are you right now? You like good?
Woo.
Is it going to be a ruckus
No
podcast?
comments?
All right.
Oh, look at his eyes.
Look at this sideways prick.
That's
So
confident.
I do have a podcast at 8:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's called Speaking from the Center. Facebook.com/Speaking from the Center. If people want to come and listen, we will have 2 guests. One of them will be Shartan. The other one,
Tim, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Was Jartan supposed to be a guest yesterday?
no, we were doing a pre-show yesterday. We were supposed to be talking to the guests, and he was asleep. Forgot- he didn't get the time zones right.
Sounds like a trend.
But it's okay. It's fine. It's all good now.
So I'm just driving that bus that I'm going to put him under.
Everyone in this panel, well, at least the 4 on top, have tried to call me to wake me up at some point when I'm supposed to do something. So yeah.
Yep.
And I guess that's it. Also, I have a food truck that I'll continually plug forever. I'll find some way to get you guys grilled cheese through the mail.
Fuck yeah.
No,
Please,
dude.
send that my
I'll
way.
be there before Swedish Mail sort their shit out. So
Give me that grilled cheese.
The food truck is The Melting Truck, and you can find us at themeltingtruck.com.
Mikey, put the link in the description, please.
Okay.
Yo, where's
IQ.
Okay, yeah.
wait.
All right. Jenna, Twitter in less than 15 seconds in a nutshell, real quick here. Stick to your DMs, all right? Don't be an asshole. You've already got that covered, all right? Take a deep breath before you check your feed, and most certainly never reply to anything that has and 48 others in the description.
Hey,
That's
mate.
it.
That's passive aggressive.
That's actually a good rundown. Thank you.
He just solved it. He just solved Twitter.
Damn.
No, you just complete your Twitter.
I
Yeah.
didn't know anyone could win Twitter.
Yo, can
Me
we get
either.
the speedrunners down here to check the time?
Wow.
I think that was frame perfect.
that
Hell yeah.
is a speedrunner's lingo that I can get jiggy with.
All right.
No,
Anyway,
no.
you can go looking for me. Inquisitive Quandary. You're not gonna. There's no names that are even remotely close to that. There may be at some point, but I haven't met them. But anyway, I'll pretty much find you because I'm in any YouTube live chat, pretty much almost like all of them. But just don't be a dick. all right, I'm going to be blue in most chats, and I don't hate anybody, even if and you hear me talking, you know that I'm talking to you. I don't hate you, even though I've hit you in like 15 different chats. I still don't hate you. Just stop being a dick.
Inquisitive. Where are your links?
I don't self shill really. I spill out everybody else.
We're giving you the opportunity to do that, so do it.
Well, I'm not. That's not my focus, baby.
That's out of form for him.
Well, that's not my bag, baby.
I want to come to you. I want to come to your platform and call you a cunt. So let me know.
I mean, I've got a channel, obviously, but I don't. I don't have any content, and that's not what I'm about. I'm a mod in all the ACA shows. You'll find me there. You can come talk shit, but you're gonna get tackled by not just me, but there's a lot of people who've got a really hot trigger finger button as mods there because we're used to people being very, nasty, and it doesn't last long. So you'll find me in Neil's after parties. Just I'm just kind of out there. All I do is I go out and I help. That's
appreciate your content, mate.
Jen, hit it.
Hi, I'm currently pasting all the links to where you can find me in the side chat, but my name is Genesis Undead. Yeah, that is actually what I'm gonna change my last name to, so I don't care if you don't like undead things. That's just your prerogative, man.
That's just your opinion, man.
That's just like your opinion, man. Like a super Lebowski-esque necromancer in Dungeons and Dragons. Speaking of Dungeons and Dragons, oh boy, Session 0 for Nat 1 Heroes is out. It is fully available to watch. We have a lot of great people working on it. We got Mikey and I as players, along with Aisala. We have Dishonest Ape as our dungeon master. Oh, I forgot to.
IQ, check this out.
That's good.
I just realized I forgot to type in a link.
Yours?
For Nat 1 Heroes, here I got it.
They got it. I did it earlier. I'll do it again.
Too late, I already did it. Okay. Oh, I'm not a mod, so my links don't work. Well, if you copy and paste those links, you can go find me. Honestly, everything's fine. I'm probably going to be hosting. Here's one thing that I'm going to do myself is I'm probably going to do a hotel lobby episode tonight. So, if you're watching Neil's stream and you find yourself not being able to go to sleep after that, after the after party, the after show, the hotel lobby goes up on my channel. So you can find me there.
Yeah.
And that's all I got.
Woo!
Do. You know what I need to do? Jonathan, write this down. For the soundboard, we need the reading rainbow thing in between people telling their little book reports. That ba-doom boom. So then we can do that in between people at the end.
I like
it. I love that show. Oh,
now all I got is this. And
at Miami Studios,
the guy who sliced my penis off is not really a doctor.
Oh God!
Why is that a fight?
Oh, Jenna, you need to go back through the shows.
How often?
I know why.
He's just putting it out there.
Every show.
Every show, really.
Every show since he made it, he's played it. It's mandatory now.
Well, I'm glad that
every show he's made it, he played it.
And I was like, when Professor Hal put his gloves on, I was like, it took a lot longer for my doctor to do that.
He was fumbling about, just fucking. I think I got 2 lefts.
Jartan got a little twinge.
Don't pull the knife out. Don't pull the knife out.
50p, 5p, 50p, 5p.
All right. This has been the TheBinPodcast After Show. Appreciate you. We love you. And of course, make sure that you check out all of these lovely people. You go into patreon.com/TheBinPodcast, put your pledges in. Don't be a freeloader. Pay for your content because it's good fucking shit what we do. This has been the TheBinPodcast for Mikey, for Wade, for Brenna, Cortez, and of course, Shartan. Have a night, mate.
Working on it. Hold on. Do this. Button. Oh my god, it's flickering.
Oh god.
Play it anyway.
There we go.
This is like damaging to people's eyes. Hold on.
Oh,
Can I fix this? There we go.
Yeah. There we go.
Jeez.
Strobe light it.
Look at the elmuments.
I hope there's a disclaimer on this.
Oh no, we're strobing that.